Oh, welcome back to Metro Pro Wrestling, and welcome to Main Event City. This should be a tremendous bout. The career on the line for Jeremy Wyatt against this man. A Puerto Rican superstar returning to Metro Pro, has had a lot of success here himself, Ricky Cruz. One-time fan favorite. We know about the history, the friendship, longtime friendship between Cruz and our current COO, as appointed by President Strider Lucy Mendez. And I know that went a long way into bringing in Cruz as the hired gun here tonight. And he very well could be the one. He's got all the ability, all the skills in the world, and a history with Jeremy Wyatt.
From Kansas City, Missouri, the Rebel, Jeremy Wyatt.
As we wait for the entrance of the Kansas City sports hero himself, Jeremy Wyatt. No man is respected more in professional wrestling from the current generation here in Kansas City than Jeremy Wyatt. Going against the numbers here, as Michael Strider, remember, helped Derek Stone defeat Wyatt for the Metro Pro Championship as the special referee in that situation. And then as president has now dictated that every match Jeremy Wyatt wrestles from here on out in Metro Pro, his career is on the line, as he is doing everything he can to rid Metro Pro of Jeremy Wyatt. As he says, hey, he likes Jeremy Wyatt as a performer. It's just time for him to take his ball and go home. I can't disagree more, as Wyatt, pound for pound, one of the great overall competitors in the country today. Heck of a lot of fun to watch. Very impressive in the ring. Always brings, and this is the guy that if you're paying $20 for a ticket, he's worth $25. That's all there is to it. And this should be a tremendous contest. These two do know each other very well. They've had some long, lengthy bouts in the past, not just in the Metro Pro area, but beyond. Cruz, an excellent competitor. He's got a good power base, but quite frankly, he's an awesome high flyer. Wyatt, great all-around competitor, heck of a brawler, great technician, good high flyer, can get underhanded if he has to. Cruz is kind of a similar athlete, but in a larger frame. So good dynamic here. Collar and elbow tie-up starts us off. And a clean break here. Nearly going. Yeah, I expect a little bit of the psychological efforts to be made here. We saw Wyatt in our main event last week, that tremendous tag bout coming out on the winning end with Sir Bradley Charles, Showtime Bradley Charles, that is, over Mike Seidel and Mark Sterling, his biggest rival of all in Metro Pro. Nice hammerlock applied here. Faked him out with the attempt at the collar and elbow tie-up. Cruz misses with the elbow. Ooh, gets the side headlock cinched in there. Right? Uses the waist lock to bump him off. And then we have, wow, Cruz, big shoulder tackle.
I'm here to get you out, brother. I'm here to get you out.
It's Cruz, you heard it there. He's here to get you out. He's here to get Jeremy Wyatt out. Think of the payday here that Cruz can get from Strider if he's the man to finish off Jeremy Wyatt for good. And that's got to be weighing on Wyatt each and every one of these matches. Is that pressure? Is that stress? Does it make him more confident? Or is over time, is that having a psychological toll? Because now it's been a number of weeks where every waking moment of his day, he's got to be thinking about the fact that there's a man that wants to end his livelihood, end his wrestling career. And it's his boss. Just a few weeks back, Wyatt had an excellent, just an incredible bout with Matt Cage. As Strider certainly bringing out some of the great talent all over the world. Come in here and challenge Jeremy Wyatt. He brought in Christopher Daniels, one of the great pound for pound, really independent talents of the Midwest area, to come out. Probably the Jeremy Wyatt of his own generation as far as that goes. And he could not get the job done. His wife picked up a pinfall victory over Christopher Daniels, an incredibly well-traveled fallen angel. As we have a nice tackle there by Wyatt, using the momentum built from being thrown off by Cruz into a hip toss counter. You're seeing the importance of technical ability here. And a lot of this seems like power-based maneuvers, but it's all about getting your body in a vantage point presented by your opponent, feeding off of your opponent's mistakes, getting your arms locked in the right position to really put some pizzazz on the maneuver. Cruz really feeling it. That was a hard landing on a hip toss. I mean, a lot of people think of a hip toss as the most basic slam in wrestling, but you never know hip toss is the same. And you never know how your sciatic nerve is going to hit the canvas, some of the disc in your lower back. And look at this, Wyatt has forced Cruz down face first on the mat with a hammer, pulling on tight as he nailed it with the knee. Now he's going for a half Nelson into a pinning predicament. Nice maneuver. Oh, look at that. For a brief moment there, he actually had weight on both shoulders. And that's why Jeremy Wyatt's one of the best. Is he doesn't just apply a pinning hold. He finds ways to get an advantage, to add a little extra oomph, a little extra leverage, and as much as possible. Beautiful arm drag, just terrific arm drag. And Ricky Cruz at this point, it's going to look like a tough payday for him if he's going to make that big bounty hunter money from Michael Strider. As Wyatt, looks like his confidence, already confident, he looks like it's surging here. Very confident is the Rebel. Oh, kick to the midsection. Looking a little low to me, but the ref was kind of at a rough vantage point. As when he got kicked, Wyatt immediately doubled over, so it was hard to tell where that went. Is he going for a pile driver? No. Oh, wow. Lucha-style arm drag counter by Wyatt. That's a surprise. Oh, there's another one. Not used to these lucha theatrics, and neither is Cruz. Big knee. Nothing lucha libre about that. Just a knee right to the chest as Wyatt trying to climb up there. He does. Cruz, to his credit, stunned by that blow, but he tried to widen out his body to make it difficult for Wyatt to climb up him in the corner. Couldn't pull it off. 10 punches in a row. Reversal by Cruz. Big boot to the face. Wyatt comes in. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Cruz now has an opening. He has a part of the body to work over. As the opening stands of that bout, all about waiting for the natural progression of what will open up to me that I can work over on my opponent. And with a maneuver like that, a huge tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, Ricky Cruz can now focus on that lower back area if he chooses so. That would be the wise thing to do here. And he's a very, very intelligent competitor. As he's got him wrapped up. Now the referee's got to get him out of the ropes here. You can't wrap a man up like that. Come on. Cruz taking advantage of the young official. Wyatt feeling the hurt here, as he has a history of back issues. He's not one to be very open about his injuries. He's one to just tough it out, but most of the roster in Metro Pro is familiar with his back issue. Big chop. Ooh, tough. Wow, you could hear that back at Arrowhead Stadium. Is Cruz going for another one? No. Puts a foot on the throat. Certainly wasn't giving the fans what they wanted there, but that is an effective tactic. Very underhanded. And now the confidence is building on the part of Ricky Cruz. Kicking away at Wyatt. I'm sure Strider's looking on from the back with a huge smile on his face. And if I was Jeremy Wyatt, I'd try to keep my eyes peeled as much as possible. Wow, what a right hand. My God. Man alive. What a right hand. So Wyatt should keep his eyes peeled for Strider or Lucy Mendez. But he doesn't want to take his eyes off of Cruz either. This is just a terrible situation for Jeremy Wyatt to find himself in. As he's going against one of the top talents in the world today. But he's also got to keep his eyes on the administration that's trying to make his life a living hell. Cruz just decimating the spinal column. It's like he's going up and down the vertebrae now. Confidence really building, but so much so that he's starting to jaw with the fans. And we've seen that time and time again. Huge difference maker. Give Wyatt an opening right here. 3 big chops. But this is where Cruz, wearing that Metro Pro t-shirt, generally covers the chest area. He's protecting himself, quite frankly. It's within the rules of wrestling. You can certainly do that. It's going to be tougher to redden up a man's chest when he's got a couple of layers there of fabric padding. Irish whip into a big spine buster right on the point of that lumbar area, right down on the lower back. Beautiful execution. Went for the cover, smart on his part, because that's the type of thing you could get a momentary paralysis. And even if you're wide awake, if you feel like you could kick out, your body could possibly not let you feel anything for 10, 20 minutes, maybe the rest of your life. Wyatt, luckily, was able to kick out at 3, but now, look at this, a reverse Boston Crab into a, oh wow. He's turning this into a terrible submission hold. Stretching back the arms here. What a maneuver. Wyatt couldn't tap if he wanted to. It'd have to be a verbal submission. No way you're ever going to get that from Jeremy Wyatt. As Cruz drops him face first on the canvas. Vicious. Goes right to the lower back with the sledgehammer blow. Into a rear chin lock has been applied. Giving Cruz really a moment to not just wear down his opponent, but this is smart on his part because it gives him a moment to think and plot out his own strategy from here on out in the bout. Severely diminishing the win capacity of Jeremy Wyatt here. You can't breathe, can't feel your lower back. It's going to be tough to even hold a man in place for a roll-up of flash victory. Wyatt, though, jaw-jacker, he's never going to stop fighting. He's Jeremy Wyatt. That's all there is to it. But at some point, his body might give out against the really impressive beatdown on the part of Ricky Cruz here. As I say that, Wyatt avoids twice now. Hits the ropes gingerly, big clothesline. He's definitely feeling that lower back pain. Big elbow. If he's going to beat Cruz here, it's moves like that, big clothesline. Wyatt goes up and over, lands on his feet though. Still feeling the laboring effects of that back, but he's almost going to have to hit Cruz very hard with almost a knockout style move, knockout style blow, if he's going to come out on top on this one. Body conditioning right now of Cruz is in much better shape than Wyatt at this point in the bout. Big cross body. Great maneuver there by Wyatt. Cruz back up to his feet. Impressive constitution on the part of Ricky Cruz. Big jumping, driving elbow by Wyatt. As now he's planning Cruz. Huge risk here. Very big risk. There's now a headbutt to the midsection into the chest of Cruz. What's Wyatt have planned? Blows a kiss into a top rope hurricanrana incredible. I can't remember if the last time, if ever, I've seen Jeremy Wyatt bust that out. Lucha Libre style move on a man who spent a lot of time in Mexico, Puerto Rico, Panama. Didn't get the victory there. But Ricky Cruz took a heck of a shot there. And that's the best move Jeremy Wyatt's had thus far in the match, as he used his legs to throw Cruz by the neck 10 feet across. Wyatt seizing control of the front face lock there. Counters, and a big boot to the face by Ricky Cruz. Good night. Ooh, almost. Just like that. The career of Jeremy Wyatt was almost over. I was talking about Wyatt needing a knockout blow. Cruz almost got it there himself. Each time we see Wyatt in these matches, as they wear on, the physical toll his body's taking, it's getting tougher and tougher for me to watch. I certainly can't stand by, so I'll just full on admit that. As Cruz now, big Uranagi slam, spins through into a Koji clutch. Wow, beautiful technique on the part of Ricky Cruz, as Wyatt luckily gets to the ropes as quickly as possible. Really, the nature of the spinning slam there actually helped to put Wyatt in a spot where his toes were in a better vantage point to get to the ring ropes there. Lucky break on the part of Wyatt. Now look at Cruz spinning that taped fist. He's just so vicious with that right hand. Misses the big haymaker blow into a Blue Thunder bomb. Cover him, Jeremy. Wyatt using the ropes. He's going to use. Oh, come on. This always takes so much out of him, but I think he's going to try it. Yes, he is climbing the ropes, spinning, flipping up to a point where he is he's in a great position here against Cruz. Cruz is laid out on the canvas. Well, wait a minute. The Killer City Kings, Mark Sterling, the King brothers, the tag champs. Sterling, the longtime rival of Wyatt, badly wants him to go. There's Tommy Dreamer. There's Tommy Dreamer here in Metro Pro Wrestling. Keep in mind, we know it'll be Streamer against Sterling. Oh, in the ring pin. No, Wyatt counters into a crossface as Cruz almost took advantage. Cruz is right in the center of the ring, and he taps out. Submission victory for Jeremy Wyatt. What a win outside the ring. We have Tommy Dreamer with the kendo stick, the Singapore cane, if you will. Him and Sterling are going to do battle here very soon on Metro Pro Wrestling. Look for that one in the coming weeks. And here, this is just what a wild turn of events. Tommy Dreamer, the innovator of violence, the hardcore icon. I'm not going to say he even came to the aid of Jeremy Wyatt. Well, wait a minute, though. He's setting up a heck of a distraction. Wyatt from behind. Big dive onto the Killer City Kings. Ryan King hit the steps very hard. Nailed that hand very hard. He might have broken his hand. What a development here. What a way to end the evening of action here tonight. Tommy Dreamer standing tall with our Kansas City sports hero Jeremy Wyatt. Once again, still going strong. Michael Strider hasn't stopped the career yet. Ricky Cruz can get the job done.